do the media. I'll just do. Hey everyone, we are live with the Pickin Preacher.
What's
Hey,
up,
what's
man?
up? What's up, Keith? What's up, Pickin
Not
Preacher?
much,
How are you
man.
doing? Word.
I'm all,
So, what's up?
I was saying I'm good. I'm good.
Oh, awesome. Me too. I'm doing good. So, go before we get into the questions and stuff, because I know you only got a short amount of time. Let's go ahead and introduce yourself, who you are, your preaching that you preach, and also that you do a channel. And just go ahead and introduce yourself and stuff.
Okay. Is it lagging on your end? Is it showing me lagging?
It looks fine to me. It looks fine to
So,
me. It's not that laggy. Oh, now it is lagging, but it's fine. We'll work with it. Yeah, now it's lagging. I see it. I see it now. Like it's fine though.
we have a storm going on here, and
Yeah,
so the internet's been really bad. So
yeah. I understand. No worries.
if it goes crazy, then we'll just I don't know.
Yeah,
I guess I'll disconnect um,
yeah,
the internet and try to just use my cell service. But
yeah. I got you. Well, yeah. So if we'll work with you. Work around your problems right now. I'm sorry you're dealing with a storm.
what's up?
Yeah, it's lagging again. Just so you know. Hold on. He's having technical difficulties. Arkansas Picker. What's up, Brandon? Good to see you, buddy. Hold on, let me see something. Uh-oh. He's here. He's just lagging real quick. Because he has a
Yeah,
storm.
it's the internet is really really bad because we have a storm going on.
Yeah, if you
So
want if you if you
let
want to do what
me
you were, yeah, I'll let you do that, yeah.
let me try to connect. Um, we'll see. It's showing on my phone fine, but on my computer, you know what? Let me disconnect my computer,
All right.
and that way, because it may just be, and I'm just gonna have to look at it through the phone. So let me see. Yeah,
Yeah.
can I? Am I able to see the? Okay. See, I'm not.
Yeah. Let's
Charleston
see.
said you're done. No, you're done.
Yeah, just ignore them. I'll ban them. I'll ban them. I've been banning them, so I just we have trolls, as you know, we have trolls in our in my stream sometimes, so I just ban them. Just ignore some of the trolls. I've been banning some of them. All right. Let's see. Yeah, he's fixing his. He has a storm happening right now, chat. Uh, Hello, are you there? Can you hear me?
Yeah,
Testing.
can you hear me?
Yeah, yeah, I can hear you. So, like, one thing I want to say, and I've heard to say it on there, just ignore some of the mean comments. I'm gonna ban them if they say anything mean. And there's some of the trolls, so that I deal with, as
So
you
let me
know.
let me so so Bryce, let me explain something about trolls to you really quick. I
Okay.
thrive on trolls. Trolls live under a bridge and they need cookies. They need food, so they have to look. They're bottom feeders, and
Okay.
they have to look for a way to nourish themselves because they
All
can't get
right.
any satisfaction in their own life. So
All
I
right.
don't. They don't bother me at all. They don't bother you. The
All
only
right.
reason I deal with them on my channel, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can. I'm listening.
The only reason I deal with them and get rid of them on mine is just for the viewers because I was a street preacher, and so I mean I've been in, you know, I've dealt with people like that. It's fine. They're a joke.
Cool.
So I can handle them. I'll laugh at them. So in fact, I have one. I'll be in my video next week. I'll have one of the online trolls on one of my videos. So
awesome. That's cool.
So you just gotta embrace them. They need love. They're trolls. Right. They're unhappy people. So you just gotta embrace them and show them some love.
Yeah, you're right. I love you guys, and thank you for being here. Should I still ban them, or you think I should ban them?
Yeah, if they're harassing if they're harassing the comments and if they're flooding your comments, obviously just because it's distracting. But
exactly.
What I like to do is I like to put them on timeout so they can still watch, but they can't say anything.
All right, I'll do that.
Because they'll still watch, give you your views.
I'll do that then. I'll do that. Thank you. So, anyways, go ahead. I don't know where Rusty is. Sure. I hope he's showing up. But go ahead and introduce yourself and all that jazz.
Yeah, for sure. So I am the Pickin preacher. Keith is my name, and I'm a reseller. Mostly, it's actually pretty much just video games, and sometimes we'll do vintage clothes, some things like that. But for the most part, it's just video games, consoles, handhelds, all that type stuff. And but also I do like to collect. I'm actually a new collector. I've only been doing it for about 2 years, and so it's just something I started doing. I actually used to make fun of it, and believe it or not, I used to make fun of the whole video game world. And once I started selling video games, it just kind of brought me back into you know, just brought up a lot of nostalgia and memories. So awesome. The channel is focused lately I'm doing a whole thing on giving stuff away. So I'm giving away, you can see, if you see right there, if you've watched the videos, there's some stuff that you haven't seen yet, but there is I'm giving this away to a viewer, and it's actually, I already have it selected, but then I'm going to be doing more just giving away to random people and you know, people that you just wouldn't expect. But so that's the channel. I just have a lot of fun doing it. So
nice. That's awesome. That's awesome. You're a good dude for that. Like, not just for that, but I've known, that's why I like hanging out with you, like at Siege and other stuff, and just talking to you, because you're a really good dude. And let me can I show myself? There we go. You're a really good dude, and I just like to talk to you. I like to talk with you, and you're just a wholesome guy. And I'm not just trying to gas you up, but I'm serious. Like I believe in what you do. I know you're a preacher, so we're on the same side. I got baptized, as you know. I go to church. I got into I got baptized. I believe in Christ. I go to church. I actually came from my church small group that I host for mental health. And and so that's where I was, and I apologize about the wait. So sorry about that, Sean. Sorry about.
Oh man, I'm not bothered by it. So appreciate you having me on.
Yeah, I'm just. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Let me tell you this really quick, because the trolls don't bother me. Okay. But if you want to, so you can deal with them how you want, but they don't affect me. I just laugh at them. So don't let it distract you, man. But if you feel like you need to get rid of it because you don't want the stuff being commented, absolutely, man.
Awesome. Yeah,
you don't want to give them airtime. They don't affect me none, man. Trust me.
Awesome.
Look, I don't know if you know, so this probably isn't what you were wanting to hear, but I'll just go ahead and tell you, I'm a street preacher, so I don't just preach behind a pulpit. I'm a street preacher, so that means I go out on the streets and preach, and so I've been on the New York Times, or in the New York Times. I've been in Rolling Stone magazine. I've been in the LA Times. I can pull you up some of the stuff, and it was all for the preaching. So there was, I don't know if you've ever heard of the documentaries Vice.
No, I haven't.
Have you ever heard of Vice? So I was on Vice documentary.
Vice. Oh, nice. That's awesome.
4chan wants me, Gorilla Butt versus Will wants me to preach for him. But I don't know if you ever heard of this one. I don't associate with a lot of these people anymore. In fact, I didn't really want to be in this video. But Vice, I forget his name. He's South Africa or England. I can't remember exactly where he is. but he did one in New Orleans, and it was a whole video called "Hate Thy Neighbor."
Yeah. Oh, that's
So,
horrible.
well, what they were doing is they were saying that because we were pretty hard. We were pretty hard preachers. So
Yeah.
they I was with this group that was pretty hateful, and I don't associate with them anymore. But
That's good.
unfortunately, thankfully, I was like, look, I don't want to be in the video, so I'm just in their parts, like whenever we're all standing. And so so I've dealt with people this kind of stuff. I think they're fun.
Cool.
But yeah. So that. Other than the reselling video games, I mean, obviously, like you said, being a Christian, what matters most to me is the gospel.
I agree. Yes.
Do you care if I share a few minutes? Just
go
like
ahead. Feel free. Go ahead. Yeah.
I don't want to.
This is for you. Yeah. Go ahead. Share. Yeah.
So before I got into the whole like video game space, very legalistic, and so I don't know if you see like. We're even though we have video game stuff, we're a pretty conservative family. Homeschooled. I got multiple kids. I got 6 kids. My wife, very conservative, modest lady. So we're a lot different than a lot of people. So a lot of people are like, what is this guy doing here? Well, I was very hard on people and hard on myself with a lot of things, and so I used to just preach all just against sin and living holy. But God really showed me what the gospel really is that Christ came to save sinners, who Paul said I'm chief. So so I realize now that salvation isn't just because of how well I perform, but it's solely on the finished work that Christ has done. And so I've had that's the focus.
That's awesome. Yeah, that's a great focus. I think also I also think that. That there's a line in the Bible. There's a verse in the Bible that said what you just said about and you can type in the chat or interrupt if you want, but
no, you're good.
There's a verse in the Bible that legit says what does it say? No, what you were just saying where the gospel saves all sinners and like is open to everyone and stuff. So I agree with that. I think that's awesome, and yeah, I think that's awesome. And one thing I wanted to share was this has been a long time coming, and like you and me doing this, but I'm very grateful for you doing this. Thank you for being on.
Man. Thank you for having me on. No,
man.
Thanks for your support and thanks for
man.
Kind words.
Yeah, man. I love what you do.
4chan versus Gorilla Bud asked, preacher, do you believe in second chances? And I would say absolutely. I've had more than 2 chances. In fact, Scripture says that if someone comes to you that sinned against you and repents, it says you're to forgive them 7 times 70 times, which is like, I can't remember the exact number. I think it's like 449 I can't remember the exact number.
Yeah.
But that doesn't mean a specific number. It means 7 it means you continually, if they come to you genuinely with sorrow, you're to forgive them. So
yeah, exactly. But what if they continue to do it over and over again and they don't
that's really good. So good question. So I have a lot of people in my life. So as a dad, kids do that. Kids hurt you multiple times. They fail you, but they're kids, and so you keep forgiving them. They do need. Scripture says that He chastises those whom He loves. So God will chastise you. He will deal with you, and if you're His child. But so I would say you can forgive people. There's 2 types of forgiveness. There is a forgiveness that literally like does not remember, in other words, doesn't bring back what somebody's done, bring it back to the forefront. And so you're to forgive them in that sense. But then there's forgiveness that says you let them go. So in other words, you don't hold any ill will towards them, but you don't bring them into close relationship with you. There are some things that you can forgive and want the best for somebody, but you can't. The continual of just bringing them into your life can actually cause problems for both of you. So there's 2 types of that.
Yeah, thank you. That's what I've been struggling with, because I know that Jesus forgave, and and that's what I've been really struggling with. And everyone says to ban them, but I believe in the getting out people. I have a hard time banning people, and keeping them banned, because
Yeah,
if they're really serious about um being reforming, then I'm all for it. But if they continue to do it, then like it's hard for me to
yeah.
know.
I ban people just because of the audience. I have, like I said, some of my favorite people on the street were people that would come and harass, because then we'd become friends, because they saw
Yeah,
that I had, cojones, and that I didn't take their crap, and they
yeah,
actually ended up liking me. And
yeah.
in fact, there's been people that have come to Christ that way. But no, horses are doomed, man. They can't get it. No.
Also, also,
Yeah,
also, also speaking of
I was
horses,
reading the chat.
yeah, no, I know, I appreciate it. I'll actually show the chat actually. Uh, but also that reminds me, that did you see what they did to these people? Oh, did to the Rushmore show, and that made me really angry. They
So I did not, and the reason, so I come up when the Rushmore's doing their thing.
Yeah,
That's around the time that I'm eating dinner and I'm with my family, so I'll come in and out. So I
yeah,
didn't see it. I'll be on my phone watching, and then I'll step away and I'll come back. So no, I didn't
yeah.
see.
Well, I just want to say they threatened to destroy his channel, or Kirk and Andy's channel, so we banned them all, and like it just was
Oh
not a
yeah,
good, it was not a good fit, and yeah, I don't know,
yeah,
but anyways, we have let's
yes,
get this started. We have, I don't mean to interrupt,
yeah.
but we have Wes
You
right
good?
here.
How
Wes,
you
go and
doing?
say hi.
What's up, Wes?
How you doing?
All right. So go ahead. So you already introduced your channel and stuff, and we talked a little about the preaching side. One thing I want to ask: what made you realize? Because I have a personal story, which I'll get into in a bit. What made you realize that like you should like get into the Christ? What made you go fall into what made you uh what was the word? I don't know. What made you turn to Christ? I think that's what I meant to ask.
You who you talk? You talking to me?
Yeah, you. Yeah.
I wasn't sure you're talking to me or Wes or what.
Oh no, I was talking
I
to
didn't want
you.
to
You're
Yeah,
interrupt.
fine. You're fine.
you're fine.
So I'm a preacher's kid, so I was raised in the church, but I rebelled, and I
Mm-hmm.
never stopped believing, but I kind of went into like all kinds of new age stuff, and I kind of didn't really believe Jesus was the only way, and I kind of went multiple ways. But what happened is I professed to be somebody who believed in Jesus.
Yeah.
And at this time, I'm sure I used to be in a punk band, kind of like a crust hardcore
Yeah.
punk band,
Yeah.
and
You told me.
so
Yeah.
we played some rough places, but we through that process, I was like, well, I think I'm a Christian, right? And I
Yeah.
realized I wasn't. So we're like, well, we're Christians. We should probably we should probably do a Bible study. So we were bringing a lot of the scene kids and the punk kids and stuff over to our apartment. And we were doing Bible studies and goofing off, But as we started reading, we were like, some of this doesn't line up to my life. And so at that time, I was like, just I'm pretty sure I can be pretty blunt on your
Yeah. Of
channel. I
course.
was,
Oh yeah.
I
Yeah.
was sleeping around, and I had believed in multiple ways, and I didn't really have, I wasn't really living for the Lord, but I was claiming to
Yeah.
be. And I was reading about repentance, and I said, I was like, I feel there was just this thing that just kept going. I will not have eternity with Christ. That's what I kept thinking. I said, I felt doomed, and it's like I had no hope. And this something just kept in my head. I was like, well, no, I'm a Christian. And I just kept having this piercing thing in my mind I couldn't get over. And reading the Bible, my life wasn't lining up. And I don't know if you ever heard of this band. They're a band called Sleeping Giant. They sang a song called "He Tells a Testimony," and I was at their show at Cornerstone. And there's a song called "Whoremonger,"
Mm.
and it's and he basically his testimony he tells is about how he was claiming to be a Christian, and his best friend, who ended up getting paralyzed, he ended up cheating with his friend's wife, and his friend killed himself. And so he wrote this song called Whoremonger about how much of a hypocrite he was. And it was right then that God just like, you hypocrite, you know, I'm saying all this stuff. And that's when I just fell on my face. And I said, okay, I'm done. I realized I can't do right. I realized there was nothing I could do, and I can't stop doing things. I can't live right. I can't do all this. And I said, I just trust in what you did. And I'm trusting that you died for me. And that's when I put my faith in Christ, and it hasn't been the same since. I got baptized shortly after that, and I had been baptized when I was a kid, but it wasn't real. And so I really made a commitment to Christ. I got baptized, and after that, we were doing ministry, and I lost a lot of friends, but I also gained a lot of friends. And then through that, because I was so hungry and zealous, that's when I kind of went into all this like righteous warrior, And so that I'm out of that now, and I have a lot more grace, and God's shown me a lot through all that. So, but yeah, that's I've known the truth all along, but I never really read the Bible for myself. And once I started reading the Bible, the Bible says faith comes by hearing, and hearing by the preaching of the word. And how shall they hear, and how shall they believe unless the preacher sent? So once I heard the word and really heard it, raised in church my whole life, it was more programs and not really the Bible. So once I really started reading the Bible, it really hit me. And so yeah, that's my testimony. A short testimony.
That's awesome. Well, that's incredible testimony. Thank you for sharing. For me, I've shared it before, but like you said, you got baptized when you were a kid, and I got baptized when I was a kid, but I didn't feel it was the real thing, because when I was a kid, after in high school, I went to this church camp, and long story short, I got bullied, and I was like questioned, and it was at church camp of all things, and they apologized later and stuff, but it still like made me realize during that time, it made me really upset and dare I say suicidal, because I was like, if these are people of God and Christians, then what is God, And I was really questioning like God's realness and God's faith and God's trust and like realness, worth and stuff, and questioning my worth as well, because like these are people I trusted, and these are church people I trusted, and it really hurt me to the core, and so I fell off my faith for a long time. I'm
glad you came back, man.
Yeah, I am too. Wes, what? There's two Wes's. Anyways.
There's two Wes's.
Which one's Wes? I don't know. I don't know. But yeah, we'll wait till you fix this. But yeah.
Can I say something to that?
Yeah.
So, this is something, I got to be careful what I say, but because it's going to sound like I'm dogging on churches. I do think that there is a problem there, is that church has become kind of a thing people do, and it's not really, it's not really that important. It's kind of like a social gathering. So you got kids, acting a certain way in school, and it's just brought over into, there's a lot of times it's not really, obviously they're dealt with, but there's just not a lot of discipleship in families anymore, and discipleship in churches, sadly. And so I've seen that kind of stuff too. And being the preacher's kid, my parents always instilled in me to never be that way. So that's one thing. I always kind of went for the underdog, and I was always friends with the underdogs, the ones that did get picked on. And in fact, when I was in a punk band, we'd go to shows, and all the like tough guys would try to beat up on people, and I'd fight them back.
Yeah, so, that's awesome.
It'd take me off.
Yeah,
but it's I'm not saying you should fight and stuff.
Yeah, I don't like fighting, but I used to fight, but I don't fight anymore. But what I wanted to say, I realized that fighting is not right, and it scares me now. But one thing I want to say about that, I fell back to my faith with my granddad. I've shared this on my testimony videos, in my testimony, that my granddad passed away 98 years old, and he fought in World War II. And the story basically was his cabin got exploded by the Germans, blown up by the Germans, and he was in Germany at the Battle of the Bulge, I believe. And he prayed so hard that he passed out to keep his squad mates and him alive, and that he when he came to, he was alive and his squad mates were alive, and the German tanks were gone. All the enemies were gone, and and that story made me realize that he's alive, that like the Lord is alive, and so I want to get baptized.
That's awesome.
And one thing I want to say about the church is there is a really good church. I go to Seacoast, and that church is amazing. They do nothing but kindness and goodness and love, and they show me the love. Like if you've ever seen my baptism video,
that's good. Amen.
Yeah, if you ever seen that baptism video on my channel, it's amazing. Yeah, thank you. And also the Love People Award, wherever it is. And the Christ, you see that cross right there? That's what my friend gave me. And I'll share another time. But I actually have a video on my channel somewhere. What's up?
Is Bryce glitching, or is that just me?
It might have been. I don't know. I think there's issues with the. I was having a lot of issues with the website a second ago. It might be the website.
Stupid.
Yeah.
It's because of the storm.
No worries.
Am I lagging? Is my video lagging?
You are a tiny bit. You are a tiny bit. Just saying. It probably is your internet. It's no big deal though. It's not bad.
It's all good. Fine. We're good. Yeah. You sound fine to me. But real quick, I wanted to say that before we get into the questions, I also have a video where I won the Love People Award at my church, and that just solidified that me back in the church and back in Christ and back in the I got baptized, but I realized that Lord that
was like your real awakening.
Yeah, and I just really loved my church there, and they've been really nothing but goodness and kind and loving to me, and so that's my testimony. But yeah, Wesley, go ahead and ask him anything you want to ask him or questions or anything.
Well, I hope I can hear you. It keeps glitching on me.
Can you hear me now? Is that good?
I can kind of hear you. Go ahead, and I'll let you know if I have any issues with understanding, because it's something kind of like this.
No, you're good.
It's all
the website
robotic.
was acting. I might be having bad internet too, because I just lagged out a second ago. So it could
this website's weird, but it's the only good one.
But I think
I think it's my internet though.
Yeah, the storms are really bad. We're getting them tomorrow. But yeah, I wouldn't be surprised.
Let me try to. I'm seeing if I can get seeing if it's okay. Hold on one second. Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, I hear you fine. Yes.
Okay. See now on the computer it's showing it's fine. All right, go ahead and talk. Let me see.
Yeah.
Talk.
Okay, I can hear you better now.
Okay, good.
It's just going in and out because of the storm.
Yeah, you're good.
But what were you saying? I'm sorry.
No, well, you covered a good bit about like your life, but like what got you into reselling?
Oh yeah, good question.
Right.
So into reselling, so I used to do landscaping. I own my own landscaping company. I had for a time I had crews in other cities, and I hurt my back really bad, and I had to have back surgery. Yeah. So it was really hard for me to do it as much. Just the whole issue of health. Then it just kind of, it wasn't, I mean, dude, being gone all day, never with my family. When I come home, I want to lay down in front of the fan, take a shower.
It's a lot.
so I was like, well, I need to do something. And I used to go to storage auctions, and I would kind of like flip stuff on Facebook, mostly like
auctions,
So I used to do that, and I would do like furniture and random stuff. And I would go to like different antique stores, and I would try to sell it to them for low, I'm just trying to make a buck. And I was like, well, I enjoy doing that. So my wife and I started watching some YouTube stuff on it. And so I did it on the side, and I really loved it. And thankfully, so we're living in a trailer, so we paid for it cash. So we moved out of we had a nice house in a subdivision in a cul-de-sac. We sold it, moved into a trailer. So
with yellow jackets.
With yellow jackets. So, but we moved here, and I was just like, I have the means, because I don't have to make a lot. I also wanted to be home more. I was thinking, what's a way for me to be home?
Just lower your overhead. Yeah,
that's right. So that's what I did. I sold the business to a friend, and I was doing it part time for about a year and a half, and that's I'm just going to go full time. So I think 2 or 3 years. I think it's been maybe 3 years. It's somewhere between 2 and 3 years. I went full time, and I just sold it off, and I just went headlong. And first year was really rough. Next year picked up, and this year's picking up even more. I'm learning a lot.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, that's
awesome.
Yeah.
So what do you
But I
mainly
didn't use
focus? Was that?
Yeah, that's what your question. That's what I was about to say. So
Yeah.
it's great minds think alike. So video games. So literally almost probably 95+% of what I do is video games.
Yeah.
And consoles, anything video game related, I'll do. Even if it's like toys or something that deal with the games or nostalgia. But I mostly just do video games, and then I'll do some vintage clothes. And we still have, like, I don't know if you can see, we have some bins we're just kind of wiping out. We have some clothes, some shoes. We're just trying to get rid of it. But we started with sneakers, what do you call it? Like pop culture toys.
Yeah.
And pretty much anything we could get our hands on. So, but it's just video games. Probably 95 to almost 100% is just video games now. That's my focus.
That's awesome.
Nice. Also, I want to say chat real quick. Hi, Butter Panda. Good to see you. Hope you are doing well. We're doing awesome. How are you? Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, one thing I want to say, you sell at conventions too, right? You go to conventions and sell and stuff.
Yeah, do you set up booths?
So I used to. In fact, that's where I met Bryce. Was at Siege, right? Wasn't that Siege?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So I don't do that anymore, and the reason being is, for me at least, since I mostly sell online, it would all my good stuff selling online. And then when I get to a convention, and so it's like I'm selling, which plus I don't have a lot. Like a lot of these guys, I'm like, where do you get this crap? And but they've been doing it for years. But I don't sell at conventions anymore. And one of the reasons is because I wanted to connect more with the people with YouTube. And so from here on out, I'm actually going to go to more conventions, buy, and hang out with people.
Yeah, and just go around and record.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what I want to do too. More is recording the conventions. It's hard because I don't have the proper equipment. Like the only thing I have right now, I don't have a GoPro or anything. Like you guys
got the
have.
GoPro, you can use the Retrocon.
Yeah, I'm hyped for that. I have the Vivitar thing, but it's cheap and it's just not the greatest. But I would like to have something like GoPro or something. So Wes is going to let me use it.
I use this. I just use my phone. That's all I use. Literally all I use.
I was about to say, we got in between the scrap iPhone I have and the GoPro, you'll be able to do all kinds of footage.
Awesome. Yeah, my phone is bad though. Like my quality is bad because it's a cheap little.
I have
cheap
you
phone.
can use I have an iPhone that's just like sitting in a drawer that no one uses. It'll be perfect, like an iPhone 11.
Awesome.
Perfect.
Thank you.
Oh yeah,
appreciate it. Yeah, that's going to be hype.
They're great cameras.
Also,
does the 11 have the 3 cameras where you can go?
Yep.
Yeah, that's what you need. So
exactly, they're great. Like they're fantastic cameras.
Yeah,
that's awesome. Yeah, I have 3 cameras on here too, but it's not as good.
Yeah, Android just doesn't. iPhone just does it better when it comes to cameras.
Yeah,
especially for recording.
Agree. Like I think it was 10 or 11 Max or something, or 10 or 11 that had the amazing cameras. That was like a couple years ago, but
I have the 14. It's not the Max, but it's the Pro.
Nice.
We got it used, of course. We got it like a refurbished one.
Yeah, exactly.
Nice.
Because new, it's like
$1,500. It's not worth it. It's never
worth it.
You're
lucky.
You can wait a year and go used, man. You can get it.
Exactly.
You're so lucky, dude.
Well,
I wish I was rich like you guys.
Rich? I live in a trailer.
Yeah.
I know. I'm just kidding. But whenever I hear someone have
hopefully
an iPhone,
you've got some more work here soon, Bryce.
Yeah, hopefully. I mean,
That's
hopefully. I did Uber Eats and I made like $17, but that was like tough. Like that was hard. But I did. I like you know what I do, right?
He grinds on Uber Eats. He's got to grind for it.
I ride my bike. And do deliveries and stuff. So like I can, but it's like hours. It's like takes an hour to get to the 20 minutes to get to the whatever fast food place, and the 20 minutes to get to the wherever I'm delivering it to. And then also to get home is like 20 more minutes. Some days I work like an hour or like some days I look like not look like. Some days I work like an hour. Like go like like ride an hour and stuff and go back and stuff. Like hour 2 and back to downtown because Charleston is a crazy drive there, but also like it's just crazy. But anyways,
I said we're high on life.
Yeah, we are. Exactly. We're high on life. Woo! That's why I told people when anyone asked me I was high because I never did any drugs. I never smoked. I never drink. I never did any drugs. I'm sober.
I can't.
I'm straight edge.
Unfortunately, I can't say I used to smoke a lot of weed back in the day.
And that's fine. Like I'm gonna be honest. I'm pro.
I don't
weed,
anymore,
but
but
yeah. I'm pro weed. I just don't do weed. You know, that's what I say. But yeah, I just don't smoke any. I don't do any of that nonsense. Like I'm fine if you do it. Yeah, I've always been
That's
sober.
good,
I've
man.
always been like that.
Yeah.
But go ahead and ask. Oh yeah, one thing I wanted to say about Southeast Game Exchange was you do, like you mentioned, the content creation, and I just want to say this. I was on your video and I was so hyped to be on it.
Oh
And
yeah, on the siege
yeah,
one.
yeah,
Right.
I'm like, yeah, I mean, it doesn't bug me, but I know you have a certain editing style, so like you have a lot of people to put in
Yeah.
one like couple minutes, so I understand why there wasn't any like sound and just the song and stuff. But I hope next time we can have a longer time to talk and
Oh yeah.
not just
Some
on
of it's
camera,
just
but
I didn't have a mic, and I don't even know if I had my mic right then either. So
yeah,
it's
it's just easier. Yeah, no, I understand,
Yeah.
and that's completely understandable. Also, another
For
thing I
sure.
want to say was
I'll definitely be
edit for-
doing shorts at Siege. So
awesome.
I'll be doing
yeah.
I'll be doing shorts. So you'll definitely be. So I'll definitely be
Awesome.
hitting you up
Yeah, I
on
was
that.
telling Bryce you gotta try and record some shorts too.
Yeah. Also, you do editing for the what was it? The
Double Mint games.
Double Mint game. Is that all you edited for?
Yeah. So I mean, I've done some. I mean, I'm always down to pick up some more stuff. You know, of course, to make money. I'm just being honest because it's
Right.
work, but it's fun. I've done some editing for some friends that have like ministries that they do. Like I don't know if you heard of a crisis pregnancy center. It's like where like
Okay.
young girls that are having a crisis they're pregnant and they're not sure what they want to do. So there's a ministry that helps them have the baby. And so they help support them through that. And so I did a video for them. What's up? I think that's Andy.
Andy, what's up, Andy? Good to
What's up?
see you. Andy W. Also, sorry about the mod thing. I removed a lot of people from this is just what I do, just part of my cycles, I guess. I'm working on it, but I had to remove some people from mod, so I just removed everyone on the bottom tier mod, like the standard moderator. But I made you a mod again. Love you, Andy. Hope you're doing good. But yeah, I was going to say that's cool. Yeah. I was going to say if we do oh my goodness. Anyways, if we do plan on, yeah, you get it. If we
I do that kind of stuff.
and me
I'll try
and
not
Wes
to
plan-
do that.
Yeah. There we go. If me and Wes make those videos, I'll try to save up and pay you for editing if you would like to edit my videos. I'm trying to build up money so I can get one a PC into an editor. So like I'm if you're down, I'm down.
Man, yeah, I mean, I'm always down to edit and make money, but at the same time, you're on the computer. I see you. I don't know how you're able to do so many stickers. You're like every time I see the YouTube, Bryce is live. And I'm like, my word, is that dude do anything else but lives? So you should pick it up and try to as like I'm trying to think of the right word as focused like you are on Geometry Dash. Like I think if you like focused on, I mean, if you might not enjoy it. But I would say give it a go and see if you enjoy it.
Yeah.
You might enjoy editing your own stuff.
Yeah, that's
once you
what
figure out
it's a
how to
skill to learn.
use, once you figure out the software, from there it's all just that's the hard part.
Yeah.
I agree.
And then figuring out your niche or how you do it.
Also, I just want to. Oh, sorry. Keith said.
I was just gonna. Yeah. Wes, do you resell?
A little bit. So
Okay.
I'm trying to do it more now. I mean, I always have, just with video games. But
Yeah.
I'm trying to branch out into more stuff. I have a good friend that he does it full time.
Okay, cool.
And he, flea markets. We have really good flea markets around here. Because you drive an hour and a half away and you're getting pretty rural areas, so you can find some good stuff. But I'm trying to figure out, how to do it more. That's the thing, is like figuring out how to acquire stuff. Like just figuring out your method, I feel like is is the hard
it
part.
definitely. It took a while. Are you both? Because see, I don't know as much. Are you two close to each other, or
Yes.
you know each
South
other?
Carolina.
Yeah, we're both
Okay.
locally. Yep, I've known Bryce for a while.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah,
Okay, cool,
Wes
cool.
has been my friend since like high school or after high school. We met at a
Okay.
Smash tournament, and we've been buds ever since. And he's done a
Oh,
lot
right
for
on.
me.
That's cool.
And Wes even took me to
That's cool.
Myrtle Beach, out of his goodness of heart, because he said, "I'll take you to tournaments or whatever you want to do." And I'm like, "Hey, you know what?
Oh, that's
Let me
cool.
just ask him if he will be willing to take me to Myrtle Beach to see my friend." In Myrtle Beach that's going to be visiting there. I never get to see him, but that was my first time ever getting to see him. He's an online friend, but he's also a good friend of mine
That's
that I
cool.
talk to
Mhm.
a lot, almost every day. And yeah, so that happened. And then he's also taking me to RetroCon too, which I'll be a guest at PTR. And that's going to be cool. I'm excited. Also, Keith, I was going to ask, do you know the Palmetto Gaming? I see you follow them. Do you know of
Yeah.
them?
So I know of them. I think you're the one that told me about it because
Oh, okay.
I went and checked them out. So you know how it is on social media, man. You
Yeah.
find somebody, you follow them,
Yeah,
and
exactly.
you're trying to build that algorithm.
Yeah.
But sometimes you got to be careful. But yeah, so anybody like game related, I usually
Okay.
just follow just for the network sake. But I don't really know anything about them other than what you told me.
Well, they're one of my favorite stores. They're
It's a really
the
good
best
store.
store. Yeah. He's friends with the owner.
Owner's
I'm
great.
friends with the
Yeah.
owner. They're really good people, and
Okay.
they're like they're
They have really
wholesome
good prices.
Yeah, that too. Yeah. If you ever come to South Carolina, which you probably will foresee if you come to Charleston, and check them out. But yeah. So going to resell for anyone new to reselling. Do you have any tips, suggestions? Like I'm kind of new to it. I've done it before. Going to
Yeah,
game
Bryce is
stores.
just dipping his feet in. Yep.
Yeah.
So you're asking me what would be like advice for a new reseller?
Yeah.
So my number one advice for anything that you're interested in is just do it. So the
Okay.
first thing is because a lot of people, like I've heard people, and there's people, I won't say names, but I've disagreed with some things. Like, when you get into YouTube, you got to get a nice camera, a nice microphone. Dude, I still,
just start
the
with the
only
phone,
mic
yeah.
I use, this
Yep.
is if I use a mic, I use a wired $20 mic because it's quirky and it's funny to hold a little lapel because it's goofy.
Exactly.
So and I use my iPhone. I was using an iPhone I think it was like a 7 when I first started, and I used the GoPro, but I didn't really like it as much, and I always felt awkward carrying a camera on my chest. But so first thing I would say is just do it. But I would be careful. My personal belief is find a niche, find a main thing, and focus on that main thing. Because I would have so much stuff. So let me explain. You can see. Let me see if you can kind of. So if you see right here, this is my shipping station, and so I have little bags down below down here. So I have everything streamlined. So since I do video games, I know the weight. The weight's going to be usually between, for certain games, 1 to 2 ounces. Other ones 4 to 8 ounces. I know exactly what I do every morning. Boom, 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 boom. Get it done. I have everything laid out. So for video games, streamlined. I know what kind of packages I need. I know exactly how long it's going to take me.
Yeah.
So and I know my margins.
For it.
Yeah, I have exactly. So when I have all the other stuff, then I also have a way to store everything. Everything's very uniform. But when I was doing all kinds of stuff, it was like, okay, I got to go dig through this. Where am I going to put this big toy? So at first, it might be kind of, my opinion is it's okay to just dabble in everything, figure out what you like most. But I would find something that's easy to go through and something you're familiar with, so what sells
exactly,
and start learning numbers. So, but that's a process. I wouldn't focus on just getting. I wouldn't focus on just saying, oh, I think this will sell. I would, in fact, let me go back a little. I would say that if there was one thing if I could start over, what I would do differently is I would not just pick up anything I thought would sell. I would be very, very I would say, new things are coming. And example of this is I have down here, and you probably saw on my Instagram post.
Yeah.
I was at a garage sale and I had tons of games, and now I have like 5 or 3 collections that I'm waiting to buy that people started reaching out to me. So it's one of those things like you can't just go, oh, well, I need inventory, so I'm just going to buy stuff, because it does come. So if you're focused on those things, then connections, they know you're the guy that does that. They know you'll pay fair. They know you'll be consistent. And so sticking to one thing, it may take some time, but once you get it, that's just my opinion. Not everybody agrees with that. My opinion is stick to one thing and just do it the best you can. I think Caleb Phoenix Resale says the same thing.
Yeah, he does. Yeah. Also, Wes disappeared. All right. Anyways, also, I think he has internet problems. But just like we did.
Did you see the question about your favorite Smash character?
Yeah. I was about to say that. I just didn't want to interrupt you.
Oh yeah, no, I mean, interrupt. It's your show.
Yeah, well, I like to be listening. Like in our small group, we talked about listening and stuff. So I'm trying to.
Oh no, yeah, you're good.
What is my favorite Smash? Like Smash characters? Favorite Smash? My favorite Smash is Brawl. I know it's a controversial one.
Really?
Yeah, Brawl had. Like, I think the story mode of Brawl is just so much better. Story mode of Brawl is so much better. Or also. Story mode in Brawl. I like the subspace emissary. I like all this. I think what's it called, World of Light is good, but I like subspace emissary so much better. It has story and like cool. I like Ultimate for the characters because there's flipping Sora, bro. Like Joker, like that. The DLC's crazy.
I know. I love. Yeah, I think my son just got Joker, but also or he's talking about he's talking about getting him.
Yeah. So also Memphis? I like to say, see Memphis, huge fan. Thank you, I appreciate it. Including mods. Mods are like Project Plus and Project Melee. You mean PM? Yeah. I can't get into those. Those are hard. Those are too competitive for my taste. Yeah, they're too competitive for my taste. And
I don't really know anything about the mods.
Yeah, and like they're just so hard, dude. Like they're just so hard, and like they're like Melee, but even more fast paced, more like just stuff is too hard to understand. Yeah. Also, Butter Pan. I am sick. I am so confused. It's Butter Pan and Butter Panda. But yeah, he says.
Is it Buddha Panda? Is it Buddha Panda?
Yeah, Buddha. Yeah.
Buddha. I could be wrong. I don't want to say the wrong thing.
Yeah, I don't either. But Brawl will always have a special place in my heart because I grew up with the Wii. Yeah, speaking of the Wii, I'm doing a Wii must have. As you know, Keith, I'm doing Wii must have. It's in my drawer. I'm trying to collect all the North American Wii collection, like 50 Game Bordery. Shout out to him. Yeah. Oh, he says he's back. Okay, cool. But like video game
Bordery, sorry about that, my internet.
It's okay. Which we had on the show. Issues. Yeah. We had on the show a while ago, and Chill was on there as well. But that was a fun time. But he's the Wii man, as we call him, or as he calls himself.
Video game motor, or Marcus.
Yeah, he's a good dude. Yeah. Also, Project M is in my opinion one of the best mods for anybody.
Yeah, Project M is goated. Project M is great.
Yeah.
It's sad that the scene kind of died out because Nintendo.
Yeah. Yeah. Also, Keith, I was going to say, so going back to the reselling real quick. You know how like you have to like for eBay and stuff, you have to go and like what was it? Invoices? Is that what you call them? I almost said voicemails, but invoices or print out stuff. Like how do you go about like? Actually, this is a better like invoices? Go about. Yeah, so I guess my question is, how do you go about being efficient? Like you were saying earlier, being efficient about getting it, like managing your time for reselling. Like, how much time do you put into finding the games? How much time do you put into listing the games? And how much time do you put into shipping out and selling?
Okay, so good. Okay, yeah. So I do 10 listings a day, and so I make sure to do 10 listings a day, and once a week it's what it's called. You refresh your store. So I don't refresh my whole store, but like I'll find like 5 pages of listings that are older, and I'll delete them, and then I'll do what is called sell. So you delete them, and then you sell similar. And so what it does is it puts it fresh back into the algorithm.
Yeah.
Sorry, my nose hit it. Someone's thinking. And so I'll do that, and I do that once a week. But Monday and Tuesday is my YouTube day, and so that's when I'm working on YouTube videos, filming all that. Wednesday and Thursday, so it switches up. But Wednesday and Thursday, I try to focus on taking all my pictures. So I'll get like whatever I got that week, and because I'm picking up even during YouTube days, like I'm picking up any day I can. And so Wednesday and Thursday, I try to process everything. Friday and Saturday, I'll try to, and sometimes Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, they'll switch up. It just depends on what's going on. And then I'll try to work on actually going and sourcing. So I basically had 2 days YouTube, 2 days this, 2 days that. And so 4 days are spent actually focusing on the reselling side. 2 days are spent focusing on YouTube. And then you got to think about it also once a week. So every other Tuesday and every other Friday, we go do with our church evangelism, where we like go to the colleges and go witness and pass out tracts and preach and stuff. And we'll do Bible studies and stuff like that. So, but yeah, I try to manage it out 2. And I try to be done, since I'm a family guy. I try to be done by 5:30, eat, and then I spend time with my family. I try to not think about it. Sometimes though, if I'm backed up, it's hard. You're always going to be backed up doing this. So it's always something. People are contacting you, or you're looking for deals, So it's just how it is. You have to learn to shut it off, or you actually won't do as good. Because I had to shut it off so I wouldn't overload myself.
And
then get
information overload.
Like, YouTube can burn you out too.
Trust me.
Producing real money.
Like for me, that you touched on a really good point. I don't resell that much, but for YouTube specifically, I get messages all the time. And whether it be trolls or just friends or just business or whatever it may be, they get so much. And like that's a good point and a good tip to like just turn it off sometimes, turn off the phone and just focus on YouTube, because I have a really bad time. It's not that bad, but still bad time, like micromanaging, or like you're saying, managing your time, and sometimes it just gets too much. So I appreciate you saying that. Also,
it will mess you up mentally if you don't. You'll stress, and you won't be able to do what you actually are enjoying, or what you're trying to do to succeed. Like if you're trying to resell, you won't be able to actually grow because you didn't set stuff
aside.
Set aside time.
Yeah. Also, since we have only a limited amount of time, Joe asks, what are your thoughts on people's perspective of reseller reputations?
Is that something you got on Twitch?
No, I'm not on Twitch. I'm just on YouTube. Oh no,
See, I must be missing something.
No. I wrote down his question.
Oh, okay. Say that again. What is what?
Yeah. What are your thoughts on people's perspectives of reselling reputation, if that makes sense?
Like the negative view?
Yeah, the negative
or
view.
Just
either way, but his what he's trying to say is the negative point of view. Like, for instance, we always talk about it, how like the meme is the scummy resellers or scumbag resellers or something. But also, but I just want to say this real quick. What he was trying to say was what are your thoughts on like how do you feel, and what are your thoughts on how people.
So how do I deal with it, and how they?
No. Well, not how you deal with it. What are your thoughts on that resellers are popping up the market, like the
okay.
Yeah. And
okay. Yeah. So
collecting and stuff like that.
I get it. I get where people are coming from. So first of all, I wouldn't even be collecting if it wasn't for reselling. I would have never learned about collecting. I would have. When I first saw it, I thought it was the most ridiculous thing. I'm going to be honest with you. And if it wasn't for reselling, I would have never wanted to do it, because me, like, no offense, I have 6 kids. So me spending money on a bunch of games is honestly, for me, is stupid. So to think that I can actually do something like I enjoy, oh, I saw my son. I was like, I see his shadow of it. It's like doing something I'm actually enjoying. That's honestly, it's not immature, but you know what I mean. It's not like we're playing video games. It's just something
Yeah.
goofy and fun.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So for me to justify it, reselling to me makes it make sense. And so, and I've spent money on really expensive games, but it's because I was able to resell to build the budget. Now, the idea of pumping the market. So I want to get back into it, but I used to trade foreign currency. So I used to I've made money I've lost money too, off of trading like GBP, to Japanese yen, the Chinese RMB. And so I would change as the market would go up and down, and I made money on cryptocurrency as well. So, so I would trade it, and during certain movements. Anyways, what I've learned is that it's not sellers that make them. Sellers usually drop a market. Buyers. So the if you notice when the reseller, so when prices went high, resellers got popular. Reselling got popular during COVID, the prices were skyrocketed. Resellers jumped in. So a reseller, what they're middlemen. They jump in and take the opportunity. So the market was high, resellers jump in. What's happened since COVID? Has the prices gone down since COVID or up?
Up, I think.
No, down since COVID. Really? During COVID, they were sky high. Like I remember when I sold Mario Kart Double Dash a while back, it was like $120. Now it's selling for around $60, $70, right? Something like that. Yeah. So over time, as more resellers get into the market, that means more games are coming to the market. So the supply got higher, the demand's high, but the supply's high. And so now you got tons of resellers saturating the market and prices go down. So resellers don't pump the market, resellers take advantage of the market. And so what happens is it's buyers, and that's economics 101. So I've had this argument. I love Pickin Steve. He's actually my friend, but I've had this argument, and it is true that a seller can, if they're popular, if they have an influence, a YouTuber, they can spike. They can put a spike in the market only because people get there, because there's a quick influx of 50 people buying a game. Yeah. And so because those 50 people buy the game, the spike goes up, but you'll see it drop. Remember Piglet's Adventure or whatever?
Yeah, I heard about that. Yeah.
So it spiked, but I think it's still pretty high, but it went back down. So it is true when a spike goes up, it does, and it comes back down. It is true. Yeah. It do what? Say that again.
I was saying it'll correct itself. Yeah.
Yes. Exactly. So it corrects itself. Now it may cause the market to be higher than it was before it spiked, and probably more so. It will probably never be the same because people are remembering $150. So it's going to be hard for them to think $15. So it's probably going to sell around $50 or something, maybe 40. But so sellers actually lower prices. I know nobody wants to believe that, but most people that argue this don't know economics. And so sellers actually,
there has to be a supply, like there has to be a circulation for it to,
That's right. So a seller.
Yeah. I view it as like the stock market, like you said, the currency thing. I view it just like the stock market. Like everyone's complaining about the prices, but they don't realize that's like supply and demand in a nutshell. That's right. Like and I've seen Pickin Steve's videos, and I like him. He's a cool dude, but some of his point of views I not disagree with, but like have a different opinion on it. Like and like the only thing I don't like what he does. I like Pickin Steve. He's a good dude, but I don't like when this is Phoenix Resell. Not because I'm a fan. Not because I'm a huge fan, but
I'm a friend with them.
I'm a friend with both of them, and I met with them, but I just don't like when people be mean to this put
I
down
agree.
other people, and that's the only thing about Heck and Steve that
Yeah.
kind of
And
hurts me. But yeah,
I wasn't trying to throw him under the bus. Like I said, all I was saying was he's kind of the one that most people know about the set.
yeah,
So I was
yeah,
saying he knows I've had him
Yeah,
all
as
my
a
life.
counter argument. Yeah.
Yeah, I was just saying
And-
I disagree. And
Yeah.
and I brought that up, on our live with him. I brought up, I said, well, that's not economics. It just doesn't work that. What's up, CM Puke? How's it going, man?
Yeah.
Hey,
Also,
he wants to bring it back. So I unfortunately I slimmed it down a lot because I needed money. But
Yeah.
so
Also,
he's talking.
yeah. Also, speaking of which, real quick, but before we get into what I was going to say, yeah, I have nothing against Heck and Steve. I want to make it clear that I wasn't throwing him on the bus, and you weren't throwing him on the bus.
It wouldn't offend me if you did, because I've told him. I said, I mean, he knows it. He insults people, so there's no reason people would. I'm like, I don't blame people for not liking him.
I like him.
I wanted to make it clear on my side. I was like, I hope nobody thinks I'm saying anything bad.
Yeah, no,
because he is my friend.
Yeah.
I just disagree with him tremendously, and he knows it. I've been very public about that.
And that's okay. Yeah, that's totally fine. Also, I'm fine with him. I have no problem against him. That's the only thing. Like, dissing people is the only thing I don't like because I've been dissed, so it kind of hurts. But also, hi, CM Puke. Also, what CM Puke says is we only have a limited amount of time. Like, we have like 4 minutes. So
he's talking about my Sega Slim Down.
Yeah.
I mean, it doesn't. When I said that time, I'm not meaning it has to be exact. So you can go through.
Okay.
I was just meaning I can't just go all night.
Yeah. I'm just being cautious of time. I like to be cautious of time.
Yeah.
And stuff. So whenever you need to go, let us know. And we'll.
That's what I'll do. I'll say, hey man, I probably got to go in a few minutes.
Okay.
So, yeah, we're good. We're having a good chat. So.
Awesome. Yeah, I feel bad, but thank you.
You know what Sega Slim Down is?
Yeah. The way you
yeah.
where's the spirit again?
I did stop it. I probably should start it back up.
No, I know. Yeah, isn't that? Yeah, it's pretty cool. Isn't that the thing where the series where you if you don't work out enough or lose a pound or something, you have to sell off an expensive Sega game? Yeah, I remember
give away. Yeah. So I was giving away games. I need to do it again. I stopped because I stopped doing lives. And I probably need to do something like that to connect with people again.
Yeah. One thing I want to say. So when we met at Siege, I'm really glad. Like I'm really glad I met you because you're a really down to earth and good dude. And
I appreciate it.
I'm glad we're friends because like my biggest worry is like losing my friends that I really look up to. And I look up to you. So I always try.
Well, I appreciate it. There's nothing to look up to, but I appreciate it.
I think there is, but that's just me.
I like that, CM Puke. Yeah. So should I gain weight? It would make me more of a gamer, right?
Well, no. I think that could work for the series. That could, if he gains weight, we have to give him because like your new series for the giveaways, we have to give. So
I get rewarded. I get rewarded for gaining weight.
Yeah.
I shouldn't get rewarded for gaining the weight.
But the thing is, you still have to give away that game that you.
I see what you're saying. Yeah.
But that's just Also, speaking of which, your series came out recently.
Yeah.
You gave one game or a couple games to Arkansas Picker. I just love that song. It's catchy. He's a good dude. We had if you know or maybe not know, he was on the first episode, and that was a blessing.
I actually was watching it earlier today.
Awesome, thank you. Yeah.
I came in on part of it. I came in on part of it when he was there.
Yeah, I remember that.
But I had to go.
Actually, he came in at the beginning. If I can find him, where is he?
Wasn't I doing something with the church or something? Oh yeah, he was here earlier.
Yeah, and I was the one. Maybe you were doing something with the church too, but I was at the church or coming in and stuff. Also, I just want to say, scam? No, I'm not. Well, I don't know if he's here, but
I think he said that earlier.
Yeah,
because we were late.
Yeah, I felt bad for being late, but let me see if Wes you're there. I guess not. But it happens, but it's okay. Also, what are your favorite YouTubers that you like to watch other than me and yourself?
So my favorite YouTuber. So it's actually okay. So I will give you my top 3.
4 and nothing more.
Okay, I can give you 4 and nothing more.
You can do 3. I was just being silly because we're friends with the Rushmore Show and they like doing top 4.
Yeah. So my favorite is I have 3 that are kind of in the top right now. 2 of them aren't even video game related. But one of my favorite ones, and you can probably see where I get some influence, is Cody with a K.
Yeah.
So I wish he would come back. I still talk to him.
Yeah.
And I've been like, man, come back. But he's doing Instagram stuff. But he's my favorite just because he had really good. He was easy to follow, and he was just so funny, and it just kept you entertained. Because that's kind of what I like to watch. And the other two of my favorite ones. I know this might sound weird being a 40-year-old guy liking this type of content, but
no, I'm 30 years old. I understand.
Well, yeah, 40s, what they say is getting over the hill. Or well, I'm 38, but yeah, Preston Goes. You've probably seen me share stuff. I love Preston Goes. He only puts out once every few months, but he makes amazing content, and he does a lot of he builds stuff. And then he tells a story. See, I'm really into I love the storytelling stuff. So Preston Goes is one of my favorite. And then I like Ryan Trahan a lot. Ryan Trahan's quirky. I like quirky and unique type channels.
Yeah. Do you like Morse Garage?
Oh yeah, of course. I love Morse. So I have lots that I love, but these are my top 4.
Oh, okay.
And then my number 4, which is really. It's random. Well, it's not random, but and the reason being is because I like hearing some of the stuff he says. But is a channel called Living Waters, and it's Ray Comfort, and he does street evangelism, and so he does a lot. He almost says almost the same thing every time, but I like watching him because he really leads people through the gospel. And it's just really good. But I use a lot of what he does on the streets. But those would be my 4.
Who's working?
And then, but I love Mort's Garage, JRPG Life, all those channels. But those are
your top 4. Nice. So we'll get into my top 4. Just because we're on the topic and we'll ask Wes as well. My top 4 YouTubers. The number 1 is going to be Etika. I don't know if you know who that is. Etika, Etika. He passed away in 2019. Yeah. He's a YouTuber that passed away in 2019. He committed suicide, but
I saw somebody made a song about it.
Yeah, Etika was a legend, and he'll always be my number 1. My number 2, I guess I should separate streamers and YouTubers, or video makers. My number 2, I don't know, because I have a lot of them. Joy-Con Boys. I know, Rebel Peace Etika. Yeah, that's literally his community name. So he went by where's my? I don't know, but he would be like Joy-Con mother flipping boys, but he used the curse word. But I'm not gonna. Yeah. But Joy-Con Boys was legendary. Etika was just he was kind of like me, but better because he had a lot of energy, he had a lot of personality. He just was just a whole different breed. Rebel Peace Etika. Yeah, I agree. My second one would be I don't know. I have so it used to be Nintendo Ultra, but he doesn't make much content anymore. Which is sad. He talks about religion and faith and stuff.
Who is this?
Nintendo Ultra. I'll thank you. Hold on. Let me see.
Yeah, I'm looking at it. I see him.
Yeah. During the COVID time, he really questioned his faith and stuff. I remember that. And so I wouldn't say go crazy, but he really questioned his faith and started thinking about stuff, looking up stuff, and started believing in the Bible and following the Bible and stuff. But so he has different views. But my second would probably be, I guess, Retro Rick, because I like Rick because how he presents himself, the editing style, everything.
Yeah.
It's pretty awesome. I love his content. Third would probably be Morse Garage, and I know we're friends, but I genuinely love Morse content. I think it's one of my
favorites. Yeah, his stuff's really good.
Yeah, and like you said, the storytelling. Everyone mentions the storytelling. I know it's been talked about to death, but also, hi Isaac, happy birthday!
What's up, Isaac?
But yeah, also, my fourth one would probably be Arkansas Picker. I know he was. I'm not just saying that because he was in the chat. Arkansas, but it used to be my fourth one. Used to be Phoenix Resell, but I don't know. He's changed his content a little bit. So on Phoenix Resell.
His short or his video that he made about what did he say? smash. I'm smashing him. What is it that he does where he comes third? He has that weird like add-on,
I don't know.
and it's like smashing deal. I gotta find it. It's really funny. He's talking about
is it on his second channel or his first channel?
No, it's on Phoenix Resale.
Okay.
Oh, maybe it's not. Maybe no. I guess. Okay, I could be wrong. It's really funny though. I think it's just like an advertisement he did.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, okay, that's what it was. It was but he's doing an advertisement for his quick flips, and he's like, I smashed that. I don't remember exactly what he said, but
yeah, if you want to present it, feel free to. I'll see if I can.
I can't find it.
No worries. But if you do find it, leak it to me and I'll use it. Or share it. But that reminds me, when I first started content creation, my friend Danny was like, he's one of my best friends and the homeboy. He's been one of my best friends for a long time, and he's really close and near and dear to my heart. But the point of the story was, awesome. The point of the story was he told me to use smash Troy instead of saying smash that like button. And this was when I was used to be hype. I was like, smash Troy the like, comment, subscribe button, you know.
Yeah. No, I've seen. I think when I first saw you did that. I think I saw my videos finally got one. I'm gonna send it to you now.
Yeah, send it to me. Where are you sending it to me? On Instagram.
I'm putting it. Yeah, I'm gonna send it to your Instagram if you want to pull it up. It starts at like 2:15.
Yeah. I got you.
It's 2 minutes and 15. It's his newest video. I was right about that. But all right, here it is. I'm sending it. There it is, right there. But it starts at 2 minutes and 15 seconds.
Yeah, I got you. Hold on, let me see if I. This one. Wasn't this where? Was that Nathaniel Brandy? Oh wait, I know that dude.
Yeah, he's another YouTube guy.
Yeah, I like him as well. Also, I would have said Arlo, but like my fourth one being Arlo, but like I just really been watching those guys. The top four, I've been saying a lot. So, let me see. How do I share a screen? Oh, I see now. Also, Wes, while I'm doing this, tell your top four.
It's a tough one. We'll start with number 4. Gosh, I gotta think. I was even thinking while you were talking about it, but man, that's a really, really tough one.
Yeah. Yeah. Is this
it? It's 2 minutes. Turn to 2 minutes and 15 seconds.
Oh, okay.
And then it's Buster Jones or something. It's pretty funny. He does.
Thankfully, you buy stuff in bulk, so I try to. I'm Buster, and today I'm busting all the reasons that you shouldn't sell your video games on myquickflip.com.
Oh my.
Okay, well, I'm Collector Crefrey, and my collection is a little bit special because I have retro stuff, and I have modern games, and I even have some disc-only games, so I honestly am a little bit skeptical that QuickFlips will be able to buy it all.
That's busted! QuickFlips is now buying every single video game since the NES, and it doesn't even have to have a case.
Okay, yes, the website.
Anyways, it's kind of the same thing.
Awesome. Yeah. Sorry, I'm trying to find my charger, but anyways, that's funny. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Phoenix is a good dude for content. He's very funny. Anyways, go ahead, Wes.
There, you're good. Well, I'll start number 1 actually instead of 4. Number 1's got the Bryce JW, definitely.
Oh,
look, he's flattered. Number 2 is probably. It's hard to say because I don't watch a lot of YouTube. I watch a lot of podcasts though. But I mean, technically, it's a YouTube podcast. But the Sean Ryan Show, I really like that podcast. That's my number 2.
Yeah.
He's a really good he's ex-military guy, but he's
cool.
all about.
Oh, I know this guy.
Yeah, he's awesome. He's awesome.
Yeah.
Number 3. Probably Rushmore Show. I'd say number 3.
No, nice.
I watched their lives pretty much every time.
W Rushmore Show. Let's go.
And then number 4. Man, that's a tough one because I got a lot that I feel like are. Probably Arkansas Picker. I've watched a bunch of his videos.
Yeah.
A good bit of his videos.
All right.
You
Now I
got-
have.
You got a spectrum of things there. That's good.
Right.
Yeah.
I watch a lot of stuff. Yeah.
I mean, I do too, but
I've been getting a lot more into the reselling
stuff.
stuff as of late. I've always done it, but I've
Yeah.
I've always
Yeah.
liked vintage tools, things like that. Things I kind of but I'm trying to
Okay.
branch out more to
Cool.
where you can get more into, you gotta have a
Also-
few. You gotta have kind of a wide swath when you're
Also,
starting out. Find your niche.
Yeah.
CM Puke says Mort is cool, but his breath is super smelly. I have to wear 5 masks. That's not nice. I will.
What?
I will say my friend, I think I forgot who. Oh, it was the brothers. So we called them the brothers, but they basically used a screenshot of my face when I was on Mort's video at Southeast Game Exchange. I was like this, and they joked and said somebody must have smelled or farted or something. I'm like, so,
That's funny.
but they're funny people.
That's funny.
What was I going to say? Oh yeah, top 3 conventions. I asked this. I should have said 4, but top three conventions. I asked this.
Oh, can I go first?
Yeah, go ahead. But I just want to say this real quick. I asked this on the
Okay,
World
yeah, sorry.
Type podcast, which with Retro Card Collector in them and Russ in them. They're really good people. But yeah, no, they're like yeah. Go ahead. Feel free to go ahead.
Okay, so two. So I already know my 3. It's my favorite one is definitely and it may change now that I'm not doing as much selling, or I'm not doing any selling I'm buying. But my favorite one would have to be Retro Palooza, just because it was my first one, and it's where I met Retro Rick and my Retro Life, who we've become very good friends with their family. His wife and my wife talk all the time. His daughter and my daughter are best friends.
Nice.
So that's where I met them, and so both Retro Paloozas, Houston more so, just because I see so many people I know there. Steve, that flipper dude, lives there. Dave Fritz, he does the collection video I have of like 7,000 games. Sega Steve, where I got the TurboGrafx to. A whole bunch of people over there. My Retro Life, they're all in Houston. So go ahead. What were you saying?
I just really want to ask this: is Sega Steve Saturn Steve, or are they different people?
No.
Okay.
Sega Steve actually used to work for Sega, and
really?
he was involved with some of the games and stuff. So he really, really cool guy.
Nice.
But so that's my favorite one for that reason. 2, and I know I joked about it, but I'm dead serious. I know I joked about it in my video with Arkansas Picker, but I'm dead serious. Is ARX, Arkansas Retro Expo.
Yeah.
I absolutely love that. It's been one of my favorite. I wish I could be there longer, but it's so down to earth, and the help, the people, like the workers there, are just so willing to help. And it's a small convention. It's more like an expo. But he's definitely that one. And then local one is Louisiana RetroCon.
I saw that.
RetroCon. And so those are my favorite so far. Those are my favorite. I'm sure there's more that that may change, but I think those are going to have a special place in my heart for a while.
Nice. What about I'm just going to ask you, what about Southeast Exchange? Did you like it? Did you not like it? Was
Do what? Say that again.
Siege, Southeast Game Exchange?
Oh, I love Siege. I'm not.
Awesome.
I'm not saying that the others aren't
No,
good.
I know.
What I'm saying is those 3 just have a special place, because they were like my first ones, and it was they're kind of laid back. But I haven't been to Siege. I'm probably going to enjoy Siege a lot more this year, because my MXS Retro.
Yeah, Mr. Retro. Yeah.
Yeah. So their kids and my kids they play together literally
Play
every single
Fortnite
day.
and stuff.
So,
Yeah. Nice.
Yeah. So we're gonna try to go a few days and spend some time with their family.
That's awesome.
This one's that one's probably gonna become, just because any time it's like something for my family, that's something, it's that usually plays a special place.
Yeah,
So.
I did meet your wife there. I wish I met Blocky Kid and everyone else, but I met your wife. She's very nice. You are very nice, and I'm really glad I met you. But anyways, those are good picks.
I know.
So do you want to go first, next, Wesley, or do you want me to?
You can go ahead. I don't even
Right.
really have. I haven't been to enough conventions to even say.
Well, now
any
you're
probably.
going to with the
Right.
retro content.
I've only been to one.
So I said this on work pipe, it might change, but it probably is going to change. I haven't been to the Game Center station yet or RetroCon 2, but once I do, they probably will be my other two. First one, top one is Southeast Game Machine. That was huge.
Yeah,
Like,
most people. That's
yeah. Well, I would either say Southeast Game Exchange or PAX East, but like Southeast, like Siege, I really wanted to go last year because it was my birthday, and luckily my friend that owns Palmetto Gaming, that we were talking about earlier, he took us. He was going there, so he let me go ride with him, which was very much a blessing.
Yeah, I
Thank you
wanted
so
to
much.
go really bad.
Yeah, but it was awesome. I met all the homies. I met that's how I met a lot of friends and became close to everyone. And I was on a lot of people's channels too. Your channel, Brandon, Arkansas Picker, and Mort, and everyone. Not Saturday. Yeah, I got confused.
Yeah,
with Sega. Yeah, Saturday. I didn't mean to say Sega Steve. Saturday Steve and all of them.
you said Saturn, Steve. That was your first thing you said.
Oh yeah, I guess I have a bad memory. But what was I going to say? Yeah. So speaking of core memories, that was just the best. That was my favorite. Second is
Yeah.
PAX East. Second is PAX East. Is definitely my second one because I've been there like 3 times, 4 times, 3 times. I don't remember.
Yeah,
But
a lot. Yeah.
yeah, I've been a lot, and it's a lot of money, but it's so much fun, dude. Like it's in Boston. Have you heard of it?
You said it's in Austin?
No, not Austin, Boston.
Boston.
Oh,
Yeah,
I was about to
Boston.
say. I was like, you went
Penny
all the way to
Arcade
Austin?
Expo. I wish. Penny Arcade Expo. So like PAX is like E3 basically, and for like the East Coast and the West Coast.
Mhm.
So
Oh,
it's
okay,
humongous. It has like Nintendo. Sometimes it has Pokemon. It has Sony. Sometimes they have a bunch of different conventions. It's just an enjoyable experience. Except last year I went in 2024 was kind of not the greatest because we had to walk all the way. Our hotel, my stupid self decided to choose a hotel because of me being cheap. We chose a hotel that was like all the way far away from the convention. We had to walk like 30 minutes, and I felt bad.
Cheap ain't bad.
Yeah, well, it's not bad until you realize that one of your co-friends or your people that you're rooming with, has diabetes and like has like blood pressure problems. So he had to walk, and I felt really bad. I was checking on him every time, every so often, and he just looked really not upset, maybe upset too, but he looked really down and like out of it. So I know that feeling because I'm the same way. I don't have diabetes. I have hyperglycemia. So that's. But anyways, But other than that, that is my favorite. Second favorite, I should say. My third favorite, I don't know. I haven't been to much. I mean, I've been to a couple. I want to go to Arkansas Retro Expo, as you mentioned. I probably will have to say Incredible. Wait, let me just think about this. I've been to Anime USA, but it'd probably be Incredible Con. Yeah, that's probably my third. So Incredible Con is I didn't say on the Work Pipe podcast that Arkansas Retro Expo, but Incredible Con happens in South Carolina and happens in SC at Charleston, North Charleston, and it's really fun. So that's a good event. I also like Fayetteville. Honorable mention would be Fayetteville North Comic Con, North Carolina, because that was cool. I actually have a video somewhere floating around where I dance and stuff on stage. I'm like, and doing bye. Yeah.
I saw you do that.
But yeah, what about you, Wes? Do you have any? Have you been to any?
I've only ever been to one. I didn't even really go much to the convention because I was in a Smash tournament.
Oh yeah.
Which took up most of the time, but it was in where was it at? It was in Memphis, but it was like right on the border.
Yeah.
But it was like in downtown Memphis.
Yeah.
Where our hotel was, but the convention center, it was in like a hotel, like right on the border. But it was a pretty big convention. It wasn't a hotel, but it was like a smaller convention center, and it was cool. But I want to go to
Was it a toy show?
No, it was anime cosplay, and then they had the Smash Brothers tournament going on. But I want to go to something more geared, like retro games, stuff like that, stuff that I can actually enjoy. Something I'm
Yeah,
into,
something that you're used to.
We'll
yeah.
go to Siege. I'll be there at Siege. That'd be cool to meet.
Yeah, I
you
really
Yeah,
want to
please.
go.
Come with me and my dad, Wes. You're welcome to come with me and my dad because he's going to take me. So if you want to come, let me know. I hope to be a guest at Siege. That'd be a dream come true.
Yeah, that'd
It's
be
kind of
awesome.
hard to be a
I
guest.
really
I guess,
wanted to
or
come
something.
last year.
Yeah, but I guess it's hard and easy to be a guest. But my dream is to be a guest at Siege. That's one of my recent big dreams, goals of mine. So
Yeah.
also, CM Puke says come to SoCal Gaming Expo. I wish.
Yeah.
That's one thing I wanted to go ahead.
Well, I was gonna. So I think I sent you a message, CM Puke. I'm going to. My goal is to be there for a week because I'm going to be meeting up with RJC Media or Ryan and doing a lot with him. But I'm an easy gamer. But I would like to meet up with other folks I've met online. So I'm probably coming by myself because it would just be too. So I don't want to throw anybody under the bus. But there is somebody that has flyer miles or mile. What was that we call them? Frequent flyer miles.
Frequent flyer
and
miles.
they said. So they said they could anytime I go to do stuff they could. So I don't want to throw on like, hey, let me contact this person.
Yeah,
going to going to SoCal Gaming Expo would actually not be as expensive as I thought it was going to be. So
nice.
So my plan is to go there and source so I can make money while I'm there. So I'll be going there to work, but to hang out too.
Yeah, that's awesome. Exactly. Yeah, that's cool. So now I have another question. What is your top? Let's do top two or two or three conventions you wanted to go to. So,
okay, ones that I want to go to. So I want to go to.
Oh, sorry, you already came up with it. Go ahead. I was just gonna let you think on it if you need to, but if you.
Oh no, I got it. Yeah.
All right, go ahead.
Ready to rip.
A classic game fest in Austin.
Mm-hmm.
I heard that one's amazing. I wanted to go. I actually signed up to try to sell at, but I'm not going to do that anymore.
Mm-hmm.
I definitely want to go to SoCal Gaming Expo.
Mm-hmm.
And then I probably won't ever get a chance to go to this one, but I heard there's a really good one in Portland that I wanted to go to. I forget what it's called, but I doubt I'll ever be able to go to that one. But who knows? So those are the three that I've wanted to go to. But once again, I'm new to this world, so I don't know all the.
Yeah.
I don't know all. I'm sure there'll be others that I'm like, oh wait, no, that's cooler. So.
Yeah. Well, I will say if you ever are in Boston around the time it happened, you should definitely check out PAX and maybe go with your family. It's kind of pricey, but it's really amazing because it's like an E3 now. It's basically E3.
Oh, okay,
yeah.
But,
now that E3's over, it is pretty much.
Basically, pretty much. But my top three to want to go to since I've been to Siege. I would love. Oh, I forgot. I went to Anime Game Entertainment. That'd probably be my fourth one or third one instead of what I named. I forgot what I named. Because I actually volunteered at Anime Gaming Expo or Anime. It's a convention that just started up in Anime Games Entertainment Convention. That AGE, that's what it is. AGE Con. I actually participated in it and volunteered, and I was on camera and stuff. It was a blessing. But I got to volunteer there in Lake City, South Carolina, and that was fun. But that was only one time, and that was probably one of my most favorite events to go to. Also, I'm trying to think.
That's Portland.
Yeah, Portland. Nice.
That's the one he's talking about. Is the
Yeah.
Oh, okay. My first one would be SoCal Gaming Expo, that I would want to go to. Second one would be Retropalooza. My friend Sean, he's a member of the channel, subs to the channel follow, and a friend of mine, Sean Rennie. He said that he's going to take me one time, or like he was going to take me last year, but he had a lot of stuff going on in his life. And so hopefully he can take me this year, and I understand, like there's no problem with that. But
is it the Dallas one or
Retropalooza, the one you went to, Dallas? Or
well, there's two. There's Houston, and then there's Dallas or Fort Worth.
I don't know. Whichever one that
probably the bigger one. Dallas is the bigger one.
Game Changer.
Yeah, they do them both. They're Jay's one of the people that is in charge of it, but
okay.
But Dallas.
Which one did you go to? You went to Houston?
Both.
Oh, okay. Yeah, he was going to take me to either one. Yeah. Okay. He was going to take me to either one. So hope I can go and be a guest or something, or try my best to go there. But anyways, so that's the second one. The third one would probably be I just had it on the tip of my head. Bless you. Probably be, I don't know what. I mean, those are my top two. But WrestleFest Arkansas / Arkansas Retro Expo. Those are my.
That one's fun.
Yeah.
It's small. It's more of just like a fun get together.
Yeah.
Oh, you told me to let you know a few minutes, so
Yeah.
I probably need to get about 10 minutes is when I start.
That's fine. That's perfect. So I will. That's awesome. Awesome. Thank you for letting me know. That's what I asked for.
Yeah, for sure.
All good.
But yeah, thank you for being on here. I will say just so you know,
I still got 10 minutes. I was just letting you know.
Yeah,
I'm
no,
gonna
I
have
know.
to start rolling out around 10
Yeah,
minutes.
start wrapping her up.
In 10 minutes, or whenever we wrap up, there's something the ending I want to do, and I'm trying to mention this earlier. At the beginning. But I want you to say just like your opening theme song, or like just a short bit of your opening theme song, and then me and Wes are going to do yeehaw.
I like what you did with Arkansas people.
Yeah, because I'm always trying to surprise and spruce it up and stuff. But yeah, we'll hold on to that till that happens.
All right.
One thing I really want to say, too, was I know this hasn't been much reselling, but I'm glad we talked about the topics we did, because this is just whatever pockets. This is just video game, whatever.
We talked about reselling.
Yeah, I didn't know what to name it, but I'm really glad, like I've mentioned before, I'm really glad I met you. I wish I had, I came to your booth again, and you were gone. You went with Saturn Steve and somebody else. I think you went to Scott's College booth around the time I went.
Oh, that's when I was going to get the. I was probably going to get the.
For the gift.
Try the trade for the.
If I had, it worked out, but yeah, I'm glad. I hope your son's been enjoying that game. What was it? Paper Mario, right?
Oh yeah.
Awesome. Did he beat
That's
it?
a great game. It's a great game.
I'm gonna be honest. I don't know what all he beats and what all he finishes.
Oh, okay.
Because he I know Mario RPG he didn't beat.
Yeah.
I don't know. Was it Paper Mario?
It was Paper Mario. Yeah.
I don't know, because I haven't played it, but I know he plays all those games. I don't know. The only ones I know that he beats are the ones that I beat with him. Like,
That's good.
Death's Door. We're working on Eastward right now.
Dude, Death's Door is amazing. I've heard so many good things about Death's Door.
It's so good.
I also like Court of the Lamb. I always suggest.
I heard that was pretty cool.
Yeah. Also, I really liked your video. I watched it all the way through about what was it? Your son and you together.
Oh yeah.
And you were like, yeah, it's time to get off of Fortnite and you didn't really say that, but you get what I'm saying. Like, it's time to get off of Fortnite and go find out what I'm doing. And then I do like what you said about at the end, where you're like, it was very wholesome to me. Where you were
cool. I appreciate it.
Where you were like, yeah, now what he did, what I wanted to do. Now it's time for him to go into his world. And I think that's very important, and for all fathers, all mothers and fathers. And I once you're a parent, like I'm not a parent. I guess I'm a cat dad, but to like to like. I just find it super important to go into like your son, your child's world, and see what they're up to. I think there's not enough of that. Yeah, my dad's
it's easy to think, I just gotta provide for my family and take care of them. It's hard, and then you think, that's not my thing, And I'll admit, like, I've only played Fortnite a few times with them, and they've gotten so much better. I haven't played it in a while, and they're so much better. I die immediately. So I'm like, I was playing Unreal Tournament back in the day, but I suck at these shooters now.
Yeah, they're all
kids are so good at
building. They're like, my daughter plays on the Switch, and she's like doing all the stuff. She's building and shooting and building. I'm like, I don't even. What is building? I've never heard of a shooter, where you build. So I don't get it, but I do play games with them, and the younger ones, we play like Yoshi's Woolly World. We've been playing Gang Beast a lot. And
Gang Beast is funny.
That's a great game.
Yeah,
it's so funny.
Fun one.
You should play Human Fall Flat. That's also a really.
That's another really fun one. Yeah.
I've seen it. I haven't played it. We did
It's so
play.
funny.
Overcooked
There's
is another one.
there's a few others that I can't
Yeah.
remember. There's a few games we play.
Yeah.
But
Well,
I don't get to do it all the time, but
Yeah, I wanted to say my dad has been a really good father to me. At first, I didn't see it. Like when I was a teenager in high school, and after that, I didn't see it. But I like that bass tractor. I wish I had
yeah,
one.
dude, it's
I need it.
awesome.
I used to have
Because
one.
I
'cause my
got
dad
like
used
this
to
right
do it,
here.
you know. Yeah. But I'm grateful that my dad's been in my life, and he tries to play the games with me. Like he really
Yeah.
tried when I was younger. He tried to play Super Mario, New Super Mario Bros. Me, and he got really mad at it. But I'm so grateful he
Yeah.
got to play with me. It was the first level, and he unfortunately died a bunch of times. But I'm so grateful. Like and with a small group, he not just in video games but in life, he goes to my um small group and helps me out with that.
Yeah.
So
Oh, that's
I found
cool.
that
Awesome.
awesome. Yeah.
That's
So
really cool. Yeah.
the last question I have before we wrap it up is, what do you have planned in the future? Do you like conventions or you content, or you can also shout out your double mint thing,
Yeah, for
or
sure.
just go. Feel free to go ahead.
So, before I do that, can I give one more reselling advice?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So there's one thing one of my friends doesn't want me to say because he's afraid I'll give away secrets. So I'm not going to give it away. But I would be very unique with how you source for things. So for example, on Facebook, one of the things I do is I go to dressers, tables, beds, and usually I try to look and see, like, is this look like a home that would probably have toys and games?
Yeah.
And I will.
Yeah.
I'll ask them if you happen to have any video games. I'm a real buyer. I'll make you an offer if you're not sure what it's worth, and then being very upfront with people, value, and why you can't pay that. Not even saying why you can't, but saying, but this is what I can pay.
Yeah.
I found that when I tell people that it's worth, not all the time, but like I usually tell people the value, and they trust me. So that's one thing I'll agree with the naysayers. Is don't try to go, oh yeah, they didn't know what they had. I do believe it's
tell them what it's
important.
worth. Yeah.
What is
Yeah,
with it?
and
That's
so
super
it's
important.
Like, here's what I
Now,
can
you
pay, and here's why.
Yeah. Now, if they have something for $2 and it's $100, and they say, hey, $2, and I go, okay.
Yeah. Exactly.
I don't think it's wrong if they have it priced,
Exactly.
but when people are asking you, what can you pay? I think
Yeah.
it's very important, and you'll be surprised. You'll get other people because of that. People begin to trust you. Resellers will sell to you, and so it's very important to be very upfront because paying up is worth having inventory. Paying up is worth having a steady flow of cash flow.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
I would say be very honest about values and find unique ways. I'm going to be hopefully soon. So this kind of goes, I'm going to be introducing some unique ways soon that a lot of people don't want to do. So if it hints at anything, I am one of those weird Christians that actually go to grocery stores and door to door and talk to people about Jesus.
Yeah.
So I even use those strategies. Don't be afraid to go talk to people and be like, hey, do you play video games? Do you have any old games you want to sell? So that's my advice. Upcoming stuff. I got a few things I would like to share. So as you know, I'm doing the collection giveaway. This is, I don't want to give everything away what it is because I appreciate your support watching it. This is something where it's telling a story. I'm giving this to one person. And so my goal is to get big items or big things and give it to one person because there's a purpose, there's a story I'm trying to tell. And I'm trying to do something good there. But the channel, it's funny. I said it's really weird to me because when I do a video on what I find for me, I get a lot of views. When I do something about what I find to give away to people, it doesn't get many views. And it's really weird to me because I'm like, I guess people like seeing what I can hoard for myself and not what I can give to others. So it's weird to me, but I still believe in this. So what I'm going to be doing, the future of the channel is I am going to focus. I'm probably going to talk more about the reselling side with the collector's mind, and I'm going to be focusing more on doing more giveaways and giving back. What's up, Rushmore Show?
Hi, Kurt. Good to see you.
Hey guys.
Hey.
So that
also, I don't mean to interrupt, but real quick,
go.
I want to say that I agree I like that's one thing is like don't be discouraged by views. That's my suggestion to you. Like
Oh yeah, I agree.
like everyone's always like Fat Boys has been discouraged by it. Like the view at one point, and I told him, bro, don't worry about it. It's just a
No, I
number.
agree.
And like
Yeah.
look
No,
at my channel. It's like I get like 20 views sometimes, and I don't
Yeah.
care. Like I'm
Yeah.
here to make content. I'm not here to look on the analytics like Mr. Beast or something. And like I do want
No,
to become a big YouTuber, but I want to do it on my terms. So that's my
yeah,
suggestion.
I agree. The reason it could be discouraging is that I'm putting all this time I could be sourcing
Yeah.
to bring in
Yeah.
money, and it's not, so it is as a father of in a family, like
Yeah.
a big family. It's
Yeah,
I kind of go,
yeah.
and then I know people are looking at like, I'm a pastor of a church. They're going, what is this guy making goofy? He's spending hours making goofy videos when he could be making money. People don't understand that there's more to
Yeah.
it. Now, I will say this. You are absolutely correct, because I did, even the giveaway series, I had a reason, because I was in church. So let me just say this. I was in church, and we'll swap preaching. We have teachers, we have preachers, we have different, we'll swap out. And one of the elders of our church was preaching on the gift of God, and that it's freely given.
Mhm.
And I said, that's why, I don't want to tell too much, but that's the whole reason I'm doing this.
Mhm.
And so, because I got sidetracked by, well, what can I do to get more people to watch? Because I do want them to see, because I want them to get the meaning. I want more people to see
Yeah.
the meaning.
Yeah.
But I said, I sat there and I go, no, this is why I'm doing this. I'm not doing this to grow my channel. I'm doing this because I really believe this was something God wanted me to do,
Mhm.
to bless people, and to not just to bless people, to stir people that don't believe to see the simplicity of trusting in Christ. And so that's in the what good it does. And it doesn't make everything fixed, but it gives you joy you can't explain. You may have the worst life, but you still have joy because you know you have eternity. And so anyways, that was kind of, so I said, that's why I'm doing this. And also it's connected. People have reached out to me, and even on my business, it's like, since I've done that, man, so people I would have never expected. I had 3 people contact. I said about the 64. 3 people contacted me to give me a 64. And
That's
so
awesome.
I said one person, I said, well, somebody already got one locally, and the other one's like, one of the other guys was like, no, man, I'm still giving it to you. And I was like, well, no. And he's like, no, either use it for money to get more, or use it to give away. And so what it did, so talking about future, it sparked me to some of this is, I've already thinking about it, but the goal of my channel now is to be more of I want to see what I can give away. I know it sounds dumb, but I'm not trying to be like him, but something that always impressed me was how Mr. Beast could take everything he makes and just give it away. And it's just like more comes.
Exactly.
More
I'm
comes.
the same way, yeah.
And so I was like, I always said I wanted to be somebody that could just give stuff away. I just didn't have it. And my wife always said, well, you don't have it because you don't give it. And I was like, dang. And so she didn't say those exact words. She's like, you got to start doing that. And so I was like, you know what? I'll just start giving stuff away. So the more I'm giving, and so like I said, this collection, I'm trying to get it to like $5,000. So it's just, it means something. So I'm hoping that I can make the channel more about, I'll be showing what I get for me, of course, because I love collecting, but I want to show more about what I'm giving. And so that, and I just to let you guys know, because people have asked, the Wii Sports I'm getting Panzer Dragoon Saga back, so that's something in the future as well. I'm not coming back to lives right now, at least. It's just too much for me.
No, I understand.
But yeah, giveaway. So the channel, the focus is going to be on giveaway, and I will be, after that, I'm going to also be focusing on building my Sega Saturn collection back up.
Oh,
like
nice.
the whole
That's
thing.
cool.
I'm going to get back to that. So so that's what you can expect. And conventions, I plan on, like I said, I'm not selling anymore, but my plan now is to connect with people more. I'll be doing more shorts, and I'll be trying to get people in the shorts that I meet. I'm going to try to go, I'm going to be buying more. And, and the other thing is, we have one built. We just haven't launched it. I do have a website. We just have to figure out how to actually implement it while I have, eBay, because eBay is where most of my sales are going to go. So I can't put everything on my website because I don't have a big enough following. But I do have a website. I just have to figure out exactly how to make it most profitable. But hopefully that will come soon. It's not out there right now. We haven't put it out because I want to make sure it's efficient.
Yeah.
And I've been buying from Whatnot. I'm really considering getting involved in the Whatnot with my wife, actually.
Yeah.
So me and my
You
wife
should
are
try-
gonna be
Good.
Yeah, Whatnot's good, but you should try
Yeah.
Encore. Try that
Yeah.
and think about that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, real quick, I want to say, is it gonna be called Preach and Flips? Preach like quick flips, but preach flips.
Oh no!
Quick
It's just
preach
gonna be so the Pickin Preacher. So that's the other thing is I'm trying to funnel. I'm trying to build more of a loyalty base because all of the platforms are more based on what's it called? There's a word for it. I forget where you're getting more, but it's hard to build followers.
Yeah,
on
like
those
maintain.
platforms.
Yeah.
Even the big guys are saying that it's hard for them to actually have followers now because the way the algorithm is, it's all about discovery. The platforms are now more for discovery. So I want the website to be something where people can connect more with me, and so I'll plan on putting more. So it's not going to be just a store. It's going to be a way to, put up funny content as well that won't be on YouTube. So it's gonna. I just got to get it all figured out. But we do have it built, and we have a thing for it. We just haven't. And we got the Shopify and all that. We just got to figure out how to put it all together. So.
Yeah. Well, I don't mean to hold you up anymore. Let's do the ending thing now. All right. Have you thought of the song? Go ahead and do the song thing.
Yeah. Sometimes things don't go your way. It is what it is.
Yeah. All right, bye, y'all.
Right on. Goodbye. That was fun.
Bye.
Bye.